just like you said, we upgrade our phones, but, we've also got to upgrade everything else we've got going on. Ourselves as coaches and all the athletes we work with, like we've always got to be finding that next upgrade, that next step. And I think that that brings me into my next question. So, you talked me through a little bit about your process starting out coaching goalies. Can you talk to me, how did you sort of come up with, these ideas of, again, that holistic approach to the sport and becoming a pro? Like, was this just sort of a natural thing from your time playing that you had in your head, or like, how did that evolution kind of happen through your years?
I'd like to say that I was absolutely brilliant and really had this idea from the beginning, but it's not. The truth is I made a lot of mistakes when I was on the ice.
It never is.
I made a lot of mistakes on the ice. And from those mistakes, I went, well, how do I fix that? And I started looking at those. And more importantly, I started looking at the people or the specimens that you have that are coming to you to train. And knowing that it's an honor and a privilege to be given the trust to work with the athlete to help shape their game, you really want to spend the time beforehand thinking about what you want to accomplish. So I really sat down, and through the art of discovery and being a forever student of the game, a student of what's happening, I just kind of thought, okay, how many different scoring situations are there? Actually, let me back up. What is the structure first? Like, how do you stand in the net? What's going to give you access to the puck a lot quicker, a lot faster? What happens if you use your head to mark the crossbar, and you use your gloves to mark everything a foot off the ice to the crossbar, which is about 48 inches? What if you use the lower portion of the net and you identify what tools are best to use it to give you the type of result you want, which is the type of rebound or puck placement that you want to get out of the area? These all played a significant role. And then from that process, I joined Hockey Canada, and from that, we created a system that worked really well, and it was kind of a kickoff of some of the systems that I put together for elite goalies, and what Mike and I used to train a lot of the different world class athletes with, and the younger guys. They're going to stand on the shoulders of these older guys. So I figured, okay, what do you do standing still, and then what do you do most of the time in hockey? You move. Yeah, you're moving 90% of the time, 95% of the time, you're moving to try to find the right position. So how does it look before the save? How does it look during? And how does it look after? And then how do you link up how many different plays there are in a game? So you start breaking the D zone up into multiple different net layers. And I went, how do I make it simple? Zone 1, 2, 3, and layer A, B, C, D. Keep it simple. And from that, I termed it like, in zone 1, it only takes one goaltender to cover that zone. In zone 2, it takes 2. In zone 3, it takes 3. So how do you become one goaltender in zone 2 and one goaltender in zone 3? You move out. And how far do you need to move out? So basically what I did was took the macro level and brought it down to a micro level, and thought, okay, what's going to work? And then from there, I worked with athletes, and they were the ones that allowed me to have discovery, because they're the ones that are inventing the game. They presented me with challenges and I can't do this, I can't do that. And then from, looking at it, just like you as a coach in the physical arena, what are different ways to be able to amplify and have the same level of success by maybe doing something a little bit different? So I guess what makes me different is now I've got lots of different things that I can bring a goaltender through or a player through and move from there.